You don't
Okay.
need to have your camera turned on.
All right.
So I'm now recording, but I'm going to turn off the transcripts and I'm going to share my screen. And so can you see my cursor moving around?
Yes.
Excellent. So I'm logged into WebEOC as Cascadia, as your logistics section, and I'm in this training incident. And you can think of an incident as a container. Everything you put into an incident will stay contained within it.
Okay.
And this is a system-wide message, and it will tell you that we're activated for the COVID incident. And so this is the default incident, but I went into this training incident, and every incident is a container. Everything you put into it will stay contained within it. And then it'll have a general message as well as what incidents are active. I'm in this road trip incident, and these are open for recovery purposes now. And the alert and warning center is your 911. So they are, so if you have if you have a shooter on campus or anything like that, you can call the alert and warning center and they can help you out.
How do I get access to this? Or do I already have access and I just haven't?
You should have access, but I'll send you your credentials after this is done.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, to get to the menu, you would click on the 3 lines with the drop-down arrow.
Okay.
And the first board that I'm going to go into is the sign in and out board. You go in that, and this is only people who are on staff. And for this training incident, you don't have anything in here. But if you click sign in, all the fields are pre-populated except the location. But I'm just going to put working from home because I'm working from home. And I'm going to correct my time because I started my day at 0600 because we do come to work to get paid. Right?
Yep.
And then if you click on the date, it will change the time in there. And so now I'm checked in as of 0600 because that's what time I started my day. And then here's my record. And if I checked out, to do that, I would click on the ellipses. That's these 3 dots.
Mm-hmm.
And you would click sign out. And I can change the time out if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and save. And notice that my record is gone. Where my record went is in the history. So this will keep track of your time, and it will total up the time that you've worked. Total hours worked.
When do I sign into this? Every day?
You could, but you want to make sure you're in this training incident to do that. And or you can use it for, you could use the sign in and sign out meeting for meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And you can create, you guys have the ability to create your own incidents.
Okay.
And you could create an incident for your meeting, and you could use this board to capture all the people that showed up to your meeting.
Okay.
And then you could also, and you can sign other people in as long as you sign yourself in last. Because once you sign yourself in, you can't sign in again. Notice that I can't edit my rec, or if I go into the history here, I can sign in again. But once you sign in, you can't sign other people in. Because
okay, so you have to sign in last.
Yeah, you would sign yourself in last. So yeah, you can use it for a meeting and create an incident for that meeting.
Is
And
this
I'll do a separate training with you to teach you how to create incidents.
okay? Is this
Okay.
subject to like public record searches?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But not training incidents.
Okay.
Training and exercises are exempt from that, but like if you had a real event going on, then yes,
Okay.
that would be subject to that because it's sitting on a state system.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so any questions about the staffing board, the sign in, sign out board?
I'm sure I will as more information comes in, but at this moment I do not.
Okay, and then you can print any of these records by clicking on this main ellipses. And to do that, you can either print the page or you can export it to a PDF or you can export the data into an Excel spreadsheet. And that all the boards have that capability.
Okay.
So this ellipses will give you that ability on everything. You also have the ability to do a search. And you can type in, free type in, like say your name. Of course, there's only one record in here, so in this history. And then if you go, and you also have the ability to click on the statewide view because you're sharing these boards with everybody in the state. And how I'm doing this in this filter here or in here, this is filtered so that you're only going to see your own records in that view. But if you go into the statewide view, you're going to see everybody's records.
So if
everybody
I
in the
put
state.
information in there from like a meeting, that will go anywhere.
Yeah, you could.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So in this view, you're only going to see your own records.
Yeah.
So does that make sense?
It does. So I don't think it's something I want to use if I was fleshing something out.
Okay. And then you have then the next board is the activity log and the local significant events, and then the state emergency operations center significant events. So you have visibility of what's going on at the state level.
Okay.
The activity log is your ICS 214. And what you're doing with that is you're recording everything that you're doing to respond to the incident. So let's just say you had a shooter on campus or a bomb threat or something like that. You could create an incident for that, and you can get the alert from the alert and warning center. They're the ones that can provide you with the incident number. So if you have a real event, you'd want to get an incident number from them.
Can you search by type of incident? Because I know there have been a lot of bomb threats.
You can't, well, not really, because you'd have to go into the incident itself.
Okay.
So have you guys had bomb threats?
No, like community colleges have over the last year or so.
Okay.
Like
okay.
They're all hoaxes, but I've like received in like notices on like what is it, the SSEM email chain kind of. Yeah. The FBI was involved and it's all been taken care of. But I'm just wondering, like, where those kinds of things go. Should they go in here?
Scary stuff. It might be. What you're doing with the 214, which is the activity log, is you're recording everything that you're doing to respond to an incident. So so you click create new, and the form opens up, and in here you put in a subject field. So I'm just going to put training because that's what I'm doing. Okay. And then you can select the closest thing to it in here. These are all the different types of incidents that might be going on. I'm just going to select log entry. And you're doing some things that are incident stabilization, others that are property preservation, and then life saving. These are the different priorities.
Okay.
So I'm just going to leave it as incident stabilization. And then in the description, there is no limit on how many characters you put in there, but I'm just going to put training because that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
And then you can put in a location, name, put Camp Marie, and then put in an address. This is a mailing address, so I'm going to change that to a physical address so that it will turn out sending, it'll put it in a map.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Camp Murray?
I've been to a lot. As a kid, I went to a lot of camps. I can't remember all their names. My parents used to
Camp
drive us
Murray
around.
is where the State Emergency Operations Center is located. That's where I work.
Okay, I have not then.
Okay. Well, if you ever do get a chance, I can set up a tour for you for the Alert and Warning Center because that's where they're located.
Okay.
And they have all kinds of technology and backup technology. So they've got all kinds of monitoring going on. So they monitor tsunamis and all that kind of thing. And they take all the calls for from all the counties, the tribes, and like hazmat spills, things like that. And they process over 6,000 missions a year.
Wow.
A lot. And then you can click on Generate Map, and it will map that item. Put the Latin long in there and hit save. And then you can do 2 attachments per record. The first, you want to, for Word, Excel, and PowerPoints, you want to turn those into a PDF before you attach them. There's 2 reasons for that. The first reason is they're a little harder to edit. I'm a graphic designer. I can edit anything, but most people don't have that software. The other reason why you want to do that is because of what Word, Excel, and PowerPoint have different versions. And if people don't have the same version that you do, they may not be able to open up your documents.
Okay.
So to do that, you would click Browse, and then it would locate your file drive. But we have OneDrive because we have Office 365. So that's where all my documents are stored.
Okay.
But I'm not going to attach anything. And then you can check this box to post it to your local significant events. And just so you know, that record's going to stay in the activity log. And then additionally, it will show up in the significant events. And then you'd hit save.
Okay.
And so that is now posted to the local significant events, but not to the State Emergency Operations Center. And then you can view your significant events, which it looks identical, only you can't enter any records directly into the significant events because it always comes from the activity log. And the reason why we have it set up that way is so that you don't have to do double entry. The other thing, you can see what's going on at the state. So if you click inside there, you're going to be able to see what's going on at the state level.
Bagel?
Well, this is a training incident.
Okay.
So yeah.
Vicious bagel.
So it just gives you and the reason why you have access to that is for situational awareness.
Yeah.
So if we're all in a big incident together, like we were for the COVID incident, which we're no longer activated for that. We were activated for over 2 years for that.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah, that's.
And then you have access to the resource tracker.
Uh-huh.
And that is the tool that's been used for ordering all the PPE in the state.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Okay.
this is all test stuff, but like cheeseburgers, because we're in this training incident.
Yeah.
If we were in the COVID incident, we've processed over 50,000 orders for the COVID incident.
So is that like where all the testing kits and stuff came through? I know
Yep.
that Amazon distributed them. Well, you
Well,
guys were.
well, they did some donations, but through Department of Health, they had a big warehouse set up, and they were distributing, PPE, your face masks, gloves, and things like that.
Quite
And
the operation.
yes. So to put it to, you can track resources at your local level for your college by clicking on create new requests, and you'd put in the requesting agency, and there is a tracking number that's required. So what I'd recommend there that you put like Cascadia in there, because it's a required field, and then you could copy our tracking number after that, which is made up of the year, the month, the date, and then milliseconds. It's not supposed to repeat itself. But during the COVID incident, people actually created, they duplicated, they were able to duplicate those tracking numbers.
Oh.
It was such a crazy event. And
So
then here you put in resources requested, and then you can put in a detailed description. And what we're looking for there is what is the capability that you're trying to accomplish, not specific items, because it might be able to be handled in different ways. And then this is the delivery information, and then we want you to put in a date and time that you wanted the resource request, but don't put as soon as possible, because everybody wants to do that. And then how long you need it. If it happens to be like a non-perishable item, like a generator or something like that, it will end up having to get returned. And then you put in point of contact and phone number and email. And then is delivery needed? You check that box, or no, if it happens to be a non-perishable or non delivery item. And then you have to answer these 4 questions.
Yeah.
Have all local resources been exhausted? Has mutual aid been exhausted? Have all commercial resources been exhausted? And is the originating jurisdiction agency willing to pay for the assistance? Now, if you're ending up pushing this up to the state, because you do have that capability, if you say no to any of those questions, it does not mean that we won't assist you with the coordination of it. But it just means that it's going to be a policy decision.
Can you
go ahead?
Can you give me an example of like some non-COVID related things that would be
generator
pays
generators? Like if let's just say you guys had a power outage, and you're trying to keep your school going. So like a generator, or for flooding, sandbags, things like that.
Okay, those seem like really urgent things that would be needed. Well, I guess if flooding's predicted, then you could get the sand ahead of time. But I'm trying to think, delivery needed, like when people put ASAP, so would you just put like the same day or the next day, or
a reasonable time?
Yeah.
You could even put today's date, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get it that soon.
Are there non-urgent things that people request?
Well, normally there's an incident going on. You know,
Okay.
like if when we have winter storms, I'll create a like the incident for the month and blast that out to everybody. So and everybody can use that incident.
So like if there was a run on de-icer and like because of all the supply chain issues,
Yeah,
we could ask for that.
Yep, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if there isn't a current need, let's say it's, January, but we know there's going to be a need for it, is that something you can ask for? Or does there currently have to be like ice on the ground or predicted to be ice on the ground before you can ask for something?
Yeah. It would be during an incident.
Okay.
Or if you had like a shooter on campus and it might be like police, something like that. Because people are resources too.
Yeah. So you call 911 and try to escape and then you log into here?
Well, let's just say you guys had like a shooter on campus. You can use this to document everything
Okay.
during that incident. And you get that incident number from the Alert and Warning Center, and that their 800 numbers back at the main page. Remember how you get there is if you go over here and you close all tabs, it'll take you back to the main page, and their 800 number is right here.
Okay.
They're the ones that can give you incident numbers.
All right.
And incident numbers are for billing purposes, anything that has to do with money. Because incident management is not free.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And then the next one is the statewide shared documents board, and that is designed to post all of your attachments like declarations, lifelines update, ICS forms, incident action plans, news releases, notification forms. That's for the we have a nuclear plant in our state, the Columbia Generating Station.
Yeah.
That's what they use notification forms during that event. And then other proclamations and situation reports.
Okay.
So are you familiar with situation reports and incident action plans?
Incident action plans a little bit. Like I just started this job in August and I'm completely new to emergency management.
So you're at a steep learning curve.
Yeah, and I've started taking classes, but I can only take one class at a time because I have to work.
Right. Understand.
Yeah. So
okay,
I feel like I'm drinking from a fire hydrant.
Okay. So remember WebEOC is incident based, and every incident is a container. So everything you put into it will stay contained within it. So let's just say you're attaching an incident action plan, which is according to the planning P, it's going forward. So and now I'm going to talk to you about some best practices.
Okay.
So to look for the file, so I created a folder in my and I called it incidents, exactly what it is. And inside there, I've got I created folders for each of the incidents. So now I'm going to look for my COVID incident because that's where I've got an incident action plan. And I'm looking for it. There it is. So all this stuff in here has to do with the COVID incident. And then now I'm going to look for my incident action plan, which I called it exactly what it is. Looking for it. There it is. Incident action plan number 14 approved. So now it's attached, and because I already know that this is an incident action plan and it's number 14, what I could do up here is put what version it is. So that's really version 14. And then I'm going to hit save.
Okay.
It takes a couple minutes. Attach. La, 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 la. I'm
Just taking
impatient.
notes.
And I'm going to do a refresh here. And then we'll see our document. There it is. There it is. And we know that it's incident action plan number 14. See how the name comes through? Exactly what it is. And it's a PDF.
Mm-hmm.
And I can download that by clicking here. Also, we're right now in the jurisdiction, but so you're only going to see your own records in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a view all, so you can view everybody's in the state.
Okay.
And yeah, so you have visibility to everybody's documents.
Sounds like a wealth of information for me to glean from.
Yes, and you can learn about what people are putting in incident action plans and situation reports. So this could be a good learning source for you.
Yeah.
And or a situation report. And then next one is the after action review board. And that is to capture feedback. So if you click on create new, the form opens up and all of these fields are all editable, but so if you're putting something in for somebody else, you can put their name in there. But otherwise you can pick a priority. It's either low, medium, or high. So let's just say it's medium. And then you can put in an observation, and what makes it even more powerful is the recommendation. So and you want to do this during an event, because if you wait till after, you're not going to do it. You're not going to remember. So you want to try to capture the feedback while it's happening. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel because there's a lot of stuff already in here. And you also have, you can view all incidents. So this is feedback on all the incidents, which it has all the incident numbers are all right here. And this is always kind of interesting to read too. And these also have the show more. So there's more information there.
Are these real or are these like tests?
This is all in this. Well,
training.
This was an exercise that we had, which was an evaluated exercise. So this is feedback on that evaluated exercise. And then there are others in here. This is a work day that we had, which is we do training every second Wednesday of the month. It's mandatory training. So this is feedback on that. And then this happens to be a training incident that DSH has had. So these are all the
recommendation. Find it.
You can also do a filter and you can do a search. You can filter it by the priority levels, or you can do a search. So do a free text search in here too.
Okay.
And then, what's that?
How far back do these go? These records?
Well, we implemented these new boards in July of 2022.
Oh.
So that's when we moved to these new boards.
Okay.
So, but you can get to the old stuff, so like the SEOC boards prior to July 1st, 2022, but you'd have to be in that old incident. Which we make incidents not active, so then they're not going to show up in there. But when I do the training with you on how to create an incident, I'll show you how you can turn incidents on.
Okay.
So if you need to look at any history. Those are some really good questions. We also have health and medical menus. Oh, I wanted to show you the SEOC dashboard. So this is a dashboard, and what this is a county agency activations list. So so either the county, the whole county turns colors, or each specific individual EOC is you know, it's showing activated, or the red ones they're activated.
So is the whole state yellow or red up until a couple days ago because of the COVID response?
Well, these I believe are just like training, for training purposes.
Oh, okay.
We turn these active. There's a board in the situational awareness. So do you guys have an EOC?
We share with University UW Bothell.
Okay.
But there's been a lot of staff turnover, you know, with everyone, and it hasn't spared us. So we're kind of rebuilding everything and developing new processes.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
In the situational awareness, there is a dashboard in here, or to get to the Weblinks board, which these are websites and dashboards that we consider authoritative by category. And in here under operational tools, this is a reason to log into to WebEOC every day. And if you go into the Washington State Information Sharing Environment, this is real data coming in. And this is for the Washington State Emergency Operations Center.
Oh.
And this is live feeds coming in. So the very first tab is wildfire. I think that those fires would be out, but they're still going on and on and on and on. Really? So this one happens to be the if you click on those, this is the Bolt Creek fire.
It's still going?
14,820 acres. Yeah, still going.
Oh,
even with all the rain that we've had, unless they haven't been updating this information.
Oh, that is, terrible.
Yeah, it is. That's a big one. And then there's one over in Lewis County that I'm concerned about. That's the Goat Rocks fire, because it's 8 miles away from my property.
Eek. Is that what's in the background there?
What's that?
Is that what's in your background? On your yeah. Beautiful. Yep.
Thank you. That's up between Packwood and Randall. Yeah, that fire's Goat Rock. They're just letting it burn out. Accumulated acres, 6,195. It's still quite a big fire.
It started in August.
I know. What? It did start there.
That is insane.
I know. They're just letting it. What they're doing is they're just holding the line.
Oh, because it'll burn itself out if it can't advance. Because it'll run out of stuff to.
Yeah, they've got like they have like a fire line, and they're holding that. You'd think it'd be out.
I know. We've got enough rain, it feels like. I guess not.
I know. And then there's there's DNR wildfire. I'm not going to click on all these. There's safer flood and hazards viewer, air quality, weather, and then earthquake, which I'm always surprised at how many earthquakes are going on in our state.
Oh, yeah. They're like constant, right? Just small and deep.
Yeah, and they're little ones, but we're on the fault line. If you click on any of these circles, it will give you the details. It'll tell you what the magnitude is. This is just 0.83. And then there is tsunami, but I don't think there's any tsunamis going on right now. And then there is the energy one, which it'll track right down to 1 meter.
What?
So if you click on any of these dots, it'll tell you this is 27 meters affected.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then there's a couple little tiny ones.
So this is going to light up after the first big storm of the season.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, so you can see the different power outages. And then there is the WASDOT real-time traffic, which WASDOT keeps up.
Yeah, I have that app on my phone.
Takes a couple minutes to load, and then you can click on any of those and it will give you the details, what's going on there.
Oh boy.
In any of these. And then there is the one-stop shop traffic. This was modeled after, we modeled our dashboard after the Arizona dashboard, which won several awards. And this has, you can see what's going on with the roads before you get out there.
Okay. Is that like, how much of this is available to the public?
It is public information.
Okay.
But you have access to this, and remember, I'm recording this, so you'll be able to go back and review this again.
Oh, I will for sure be doing that.
Yeah, and so you can see what's going on with the roads before you get out there.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw some snow in some of these cameras, but I'm not seeing any now. I know that it was supposed to snow up in Whatcom County. They were talking about snow.
Oh, wow. I'm going west tomorrow, so that's good. There'll be no snow on the coast.
Yeah, definitely. So to get back to the Weblinks board, you look for that Javari logo, which will take you back to the Weblinks board. And then there's one more dashboard I want to show you, which is the NOAA dashboard, which is the Northwest weather.
Oh, yeah.
And they get involved when we activate. They're very active. The best way to use this is to zoom in on Washington State.
So I know we've had tornadoes in Washington State. Are they just kind of, they take everyone by surprise, or do they know they're coming?
Yeah, like we had one in Gig Harbor, or not Gig Harbor, but Kitsap County. As a matter of fact, the Emergency Operations Center manager, she was the Amtrak when we had the derailing, which was not too far from Camp Murray. And you know, the big derailment.
Yeah.
Which it took me hours to get home. It was horrible. And then and then she went to Kitsap County as the Emergency Operations Center manager, and then they had the tornado.
Oh my!
Which is pretty crazy.
So it was all kind of stacked one on top of the other.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then there's tropics. I'm not going to click on all these. Flood, wildfire, looping radars, watches, and warnings. So there's all these different tabs.
So
and
like
then there's multiple tabs down here too.
Are these different than the ones that we were just looking at, like the wildfire? Does it give you different information, or is it just the same?
It'll be, well, let's take a look. So we're going to look at the wildfire. It's taking a while to load.
They have different data.
Well, maybe those fires are out. And they just haven't updated the other one. Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe those are out. I'll have to reach out to NOAA Weather. They come out, they support us during activations, during the weather things going on.
It just says the Bolt Creek fire as of 1 day ago is still not out. Did a quick Google search.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I don't know if they've been I don't know if they've been updating it or not, because you'd think it'd be out by now with all the rain that we've had.
Yeah, it's weird to see all the fires in the eastern part of the state.
Oh, there, just loaded.
The western.
It just took a while to load.
Oh, okay. That is insane.
It's still going on. Crazy. It just took a while to load. Interesting.
Yeah. I guess there's a lot of data there.
And I wanted to show you how to get to this Weblinks board. Is you go under the menus, under the situational or the statewide situational awareness tab. It's the very last board, S4.
Weblinks. Okay.
Yeah. So any questions about WebEOC?
Wait, what's retail gasoline sales? What is that?
That's like the Gas Buddy. If you're looking for pricing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's some pretty helpful tools in here.
All right.
Yeah. So let's go into one of those. So
yeah, I have Gas Buddy. I like that one. It always directs me to Echo.
tells you the different pricing.
Oh, $3.71. Oh.
Yeah. That's at Safeway. In Anacortes.
I mean, it's a quaff.
Yep. Yeah, it has all the different prices in there.
Okay.
Yep. And then there's like Shell stations.
Is this so like if you're in a state vehicle, you can find the most affordable gas to fill up? Or is it just because it's... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense. We are working with tight budgets.
Yes, we are. Especially with gas. Gas is insane.
Yeah.
So that's WebEOC.
Well,
hopefully you learned something.
What was that?
And I'll make sure I'll send you your credentials.
Thank you. I mean, it may have been sent to me earlier and it's just in a flood of emails, but I will be looking for it and then I will watch this back and then just poke around.
Okay, sounds good. All right, you have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You bet.